Bode with Powder and Wall.
The game has started, and currently to the top right of the map we have our Terran player starting for the TSL team. It is
TSL Polt.
Indeed, and well, here we have him, the captain of TSL. And to the left side of the map in blue starts his opponent, his teammate. This is the one and only
TSL Shine.
one of many Zerg players in the roster.
Team Swarm Life, as it's often called. Yeah, but despite its name, a lot of Zergs, as you mentioned, a lot of Zergs to practice with. What sort of builds will we see from Polt in this map? He's not going to go Command Center first. He's already rallied that SCV to make the barracks, and there it is. This is a tough map for Zergs. The middle of the map becomes the most pivotal point, and with how good Polt is at controlling engagements, how good he is at splitting, it's going to be hard for Shine to control in the mid to late game.
But Polt quite often plays this map different than other Terran players. He doesn't have a problem with staying on three bases and just being defensive. A lot of Terran will start to drop immediately, trying to prevent the fourth base. And Polt, of course, in this matchup on this map, he likes to go for a little bit of early mid-game aggression, where he uses some Marines, sometimes with a bit of Hellion support, in order to push out. Does not overcommit to it too much, but still forces creep a bit back. But if the Zerg player is really aggressive and tries to just completely cover the map in creep, he doesn't have a huge problem with this. I've seen games where the creep basically reached his natural already. That's how it looked like, and suddenly Polt slowly but steadily pushes back. And with 3 bases and the economy that he has, he will be able to get this army that he's comfortable with, and then you better watch out, because if you underestimate your opponent, Polt will punish you for it.
By the way, Shine is going for 3 hatch before pool without scouting. Yeah. And this is really him banking on how well he knows Polt here.
There are the mind games that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, and he's going to see this gas, and I think he's going to find himself a little bit disappointed.
He's like, oops, let's hope that he doesn't attack.
Yeah, and Polt actually being a little bit lax on the scouting himself, not knowing anything that Shine is doing, so both of them just kind of playing to what they know at this point.
But I like this. You're ahead 1-0, you play against a teammate, and you're taking a little bit of a gamble.
Yeah, and Polt, he's not going to know about this, so he's not going to be able to punish him, so Shine actually will get ahead because of this.
This is one of the perfect scenarios where you don't only play the game, you also play your opponent.
Polt is playing this a little bit risky with how fast he's going to get this factory. But this is pretty standard. I mean, it's risky in some ways when you don't scout like he hasn't, but you know, both of them taking small risks, and I like to see that in a team versus team match. You know, team kill going on. Got to do these little things, these little risks, play the mind games like you said. There's the reactor going down. See how many Hellions he wants to commit to. Last game he was able to do a lot with those Hellions.
It depends on which situation you go for a build like this. There are certainly situations where you will have to state that the player was too greedy, was kind of trying to cut too many corners, and might be punished for it. But in a team match, you have to do something like it. If you stick to your normal style and don't take small risks, then you're way too predictable, and therefore doing this just shows that they know each other very well, they respect each other, and therefore trying to cut a few corners, trying to get a little bit overhead, and just banking on what they assume their opponent is going to do.
Polt doing the Polt build here. He's going to get the starport up. And this is exactly what Shine is, I'm sure, banking on him doing. He's got a limited amount of information about what Polt is doing here. See if he goes for Cloak or not. Because doing the Polt build, there's 2 variations. There's with or without Cloak.
Well, with the gas that he has, he can certainly go for Cloak.
Yeah, if he wants to, I think he will.
He has 200 mind already, and here comes the switch. With the starport, we will see Cloak.
Yeah, I think so. And with the timing of the starport as well, it'd be silly not to get Cloak. And Banshee first, followed by... He doesn't have 200 yet. There it is.
Cloak being researched. And Shine at the same time getting the first few spine crawlers, droning up, getting additional queens, starting with his creep spread. The Zerg ABC.
Yeah. And he's actually not making any spores just yet. And this is something that is going to be important for him, because he doesn't have Lair yet either. And it's going to be a little bit delayed as he's just now starting his Link speed. He's not going to be able to start it until he has 100 gas, and by that point the Banshee's already going to be out.
I actually don't think that he has an evolution chamber.
No, he does not. This sometimes happens when you go for fast hatcheries like this. You may find yourself vulnerable to Cloak Banshees. Here's the first Evo chamber, second one going down as well. The Hellions have actually gone up to see the third base, but they haven't seen the timing of it. They don't really know what's going on at the natural. So Polt is really playing this one a little bit blind.
He's going for the third command center now, and the main question still remains. How much damage is Polt going to do with this Banshee and the Hellion play?
Yeah, with the Hellions together, he's going to be able to do more to the Queens if he starts damaging them right away. And here we go. Cloak is almost done. It's not ready yet, though. He forces the first Spore. He's got to be careful with this Banshee, though. Oh, my God, he's going to lose it.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That was lucky.
That certainly was.
And here come the Hellions, and they say hello to the main base and the natural.
Yep, Hellions going into the main. How many drones will he get? It looks like it's going to be at least 4 in the main base alone. And so many more going down. Great splitting by Shine, though.
Shine is doing a good job so far, but Polt is not done just yet, and Shine lost a fair amount of harvesters. Now the Zerglings are trying to go in. But what about the Banshee? The Banshee is probably still somewhere around and killing a few units. The Spore Crawler doesn't have a kill. The Banshee might have retreated, but so many drones already died. We're having a quick look at things, 16.
And yeah, that Banshee trying to do some more damage to the Queen. On one hand, I'm trying to find that injured Banshee from earlier. I can't find a Queen with a kill or a Spore Crawler that killed it, but one of those must have happened. I think it's dead. Or it's hiding somewhere, man. That hibernating Banshee, I can't find it.
Where is he repairing this first one, by the way?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I guess he already did it? No? Where did the first Banshee go? Where is that Banshee? Carmen San Diego changing jobs here. I don't know. Well, that Banshee may be in Peru right now for all we know, but there are 2 Banshees still on the map that are relevant.
There are 3, actually.
Yeah, but the third one, man, where is she? All right, I found her. She came back to the main. Okay.
Sherlock Wolf.
I'm on the case, man. All right, here we go. Taking out some more hit points on these Queens. He's going to have to move back, though. There's an Overseer. Wow, he's keeping these Banshees alive by the skin of their teeth.
16 harvesters have been killed, but once again trying back to 68 against 45 workers. He immediately started to build harvesters as soon as he realized that the Hellions were going to kill a fair amount of them.
And Polt doesn't have any aggressive timings he can use because he made that third command center. He doesn't have enough units to actually push out on the map to punish Shine for remaking drones right now. So this game is actually going to stabilize for both players. A decent amount of damage was done, yeah, with the Hellions and the Banshees, but Shine is actually going to be okay here. He's already continuing to spread his creep right now. And his Queen count still remains actually up at 5. So he should be actually totally fine.
Double Baneley Nest.
Yeah, and
someone is an autopilot.
Yeah, definitely so. Well, Banshee's coming in here in a pair, but Overseer says, no, I see you. Got eyes in the back of my head.
He's just occupying his opponent, keeping him busy, and I can certainly understand Polt here. As said before, he really loves to be on 2 bases on this map on 3 bases before he pushes out. With the siege tanks ready, siege mode on his way, he will be safe against ground attacks as long as he splits his tanks, some of them on the low ground, some on the high ground, just covering his bases. And now we have, of course, Shine with the attempt of getting a 4th base. He already has his Zerglings in position in order to take those few rocks down, while the Banshees are now forcing feedback.
Yeah, he cloaks, but with the Overseer there, it's not going to be too helpful. Suddenly, both players realize, wait a minute, 3 Banshees can beat 3 Queens. That was so funny.
They both realize at the same time. Both like, wait a second. And Shine's like, better get out of here.
That was so funny. 4 Infestors pop out with Pathogen Glands, and that's going to be great for helping to deal with these Banshees as well. But you're so right. Polt is totally content to sit back on these 3 command centers for a while. And basically, maybe even max out before he starts getting aggressive. Nice control of the Banshees on the watchtower here.
That is the one thing they can really use them for now. He can make sure that there are no additional bases. So even if Shine tries to take a 4th, if the Banshees are in the vicinity, they can just make sure that everything is a bit delayed.
Yeah, he's got them well split here as well. That means that there's not going to be anything that goes without his notice. He's not going to be able to fungal all 3 of them either.
Base number 4 being built to the left side of the map. And in the middle we have now the attempt of a fungal, and it hits home.
It does, but he's going to lose several Banelings here. And not worth it, I don't think, for the fungal energy and losing those banelings. Got to be a little bit more cautious.
He has to be very careful, especially regarding his infestors.
2 Banshees still out there. And he's actually going to go and scout this 4th one of them. The other one checking the south to make sure there's no base there. And he's going to do a little bit of harassment at the 3rd base. Unfortunately for him, though, that Spore is probably going to put an end to that Banshee if he's not careful.
Adrenal Glands now immediately for Shine.
Yeah, he's getting a ton of upgrades here. +3 Carapace as well as the Ultralisk Cavern.
Adrenal Glands is still an upgrade that a lot of Zerg players forget when they reach the Hive Tech. Something that I could never really understand because it's such an important upgrade, especially with the Zergling style that we see out of most Zerg players in this matchup. The double Queen now trying to defend the base in the middle of the map. Another base is being built. Polt knows everything that's going on here. Oh, and even loses a Banshee because he does not pay too much attention. He could actually try to kill an Infestor here.
Yeah, he may try, and actually he will. He will get the Infestor as well. Wow. A lot of hesitation here from Shine as Polt's army begins to take control of the middle, and he's ahead in supply right now.
And this is what Polt does. He moves out with his timings, and the middle base is going to be sacked. At the bottom, though, we have another base being established by Shine.
Polt, 3 factories today, triple tanks coming out here. Concussive Shells about to be finished as well.
Run by?
Yeah, the run by will actually be shut down by the units he's got reinforcing. Uh-oh, this is starting to look really bad for Shine, Caldor. He's going to lose his hatchery in the middle.
It's already gone.
Yeah, he does have some drones that were able to sneak by, but only 4 of them at the base on the left side. He's hurting for money right now, and the Cloak Banshee to the south is going to force a cancel on that hatchery. He's trying to sneak in there.
There they are, the scans. The Terran player wants to make he wants to be super safe here. He wants to know where the position of his opponent is. And here they come, the Marines trying to get in again, and Shine is retreating. He needs to wait a little bit longer. He needs those Ultralisks. He wants the upgrades if possible, but that's not the time that Polt is going to give him here. The Infestors, they die. Finally, the Fungals. A little bit too late, though. He doesn't even attack because he knows that this is not his time. He's losing too much before the fight already actually starts.
And Polt basically with 0 hit points on every Marine, but he may be able to target this hatchery down nonetheless with all the DPS. Shine going from another angle here. He's going to catch some of the siege tanks, but this is not cost efficient. Transfuses on the hatch.
He did not focus the hatch. The base is actually safe. Mistake here by Polt. He could have easily killed it with a focus.
Yeah, he was too focused on those siege tanks. Some of the tanks will go down, but Polt still with a 40 supply lead here, and he will kill the hatchery at the bottom right with the Banshee. It falls. Boom.
Harvester count currently 60 to 69 in favor of Polt. He also has the mules, of course. +3/+3 has been started. He's behind in upgrades, the Terran player, as Shine has already the max upgrades for all his units. Not for all of them. Not the air units, but at least the ground units. Yeah. Does he have Trigenous plating?
I believe he researched it. I'll verify that for you.
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know where the Ultralisk Cavern is.
At the natural.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, he got it. Okay, so Polt moving across the map now with a 40 supply lead, though, and with the economy he has, he can actually hold this 4th base really easily, but that's not all he's going to do. He's going to continue to push this creep back. All he has to do is have a nice siege up position. With the army he has, he can attack this 4th base now, continue to push the creep back, and he's actually just going to go straight for the 4th. He's only going to focus on that right now, and Shine will not be able to hold this.
This base is...
It's as good as dead.
If not for a miracle, yeah. He's trying to defend, though, and this is a weird angle for the Ultras to attack. The Fungals, they are certainly spot on, and where are the Marines? They need to give some cover to
they need to come back
tanks
here, and actually he may take out some of these tanks, but here they come.
Yeah,
GG.
It's too much.
Polt ties up the series 1-1 on Antigua Shipyard, pulling us into a 3rd game.
I expected nothing else from TSL.
Yeah, I didn't expect Polt to drop that game so easily. He played it just like we suggested. Really well done by Polt. Shine is going to go into the 3rd game here, looking a little bit, I don't want to say he's looking nervous, but he's kind of distracted or something. I know that it's really bothering him that he has to actually play against his teammate here. It's something he's told me already, and mentioned it several times in chat earlier. The next map is going to be a big one. It is going to be Whirlwind. Biggest map in the pool right now. A large 4-player map.
With Shine, you could just see after the first game that he won that he's aware how strong Polt is and that he's happy about the win. in the first game, but that he knows fully well that this is not going to be an easy task anyways. A 1-0 lead against Polt is nice, but as mentioned, never underestimate the GSL captain.
Polt he's spamming a little bit here. He spams his keyboard, his hands get too hot, he's got to take them off the keyboard for a little bit, go on cooldown for a second. Will he give us one of his eyebrow twitches? Is he going to do that?
Not this time.
I don't know, man. That's what I thought last time, but nah. Nah, you were right.
Whirlwind. We are going into the last map of the day. This is the last map of this Code A season, guys. It is Shine against Polt on map number 3.